Hello, everyone. My name is Chinedu Daniel Chibre. I'm a writer, an author of several insightful and best-selling books, and also an outstanding editor. I'm here to answer the following questions. Please, question one.
Tell us about a piece of content you edited that you are proud of and what makes it a success.
Okay, I recently edited two biographies for two prominent and notable Nigerians, one a governor of a state and the other a traditional leader. These books are very, very profound. They encapsulate and reveals the positive values that shapes the leadership style, principles, and standards of these leaders. What makes this book very outstanding and successful is the impact it's having on young Nigerians, helping them to cultivate positive values that will help them to become good leaders and citizens of our country. For me, this is very significant, and it's a huge success.
How do you make sure content meets both author's voice and brand tone?
Okay, when editing, I try as much as possible to stay within the guidelines, the style, the message of the brand. I try as much as possible to ensure that I present the content, or the content has it sounds naturally straightforward, simple, and also professional. If I'm doing a work for an author, I stay very close to the author to know the intent of the author and the key message he or she is trying to pass. Thank you.
What is your usual process of catching errors and improving flow or clarity?
Okay, in doing that, in editing, I try as much as possible to review and read my content multiple times, go through it all over and over again, and ensure that it is fit for consumption, is reader friendly. And also, I try as much as possible to use the grammar and spelling tools to check for grammatical error and also wrong spellings. I ensure that there is a consistency in the flow of the message and the context. That's very, very key. And lastly, I employ the second eye pair. I try as much as possible to get other authors and writers involved to go through the work.
So, what kind of projects or topics do you enjoy editing the most?
And that's quite interesting. I particularly enjoy working on narrative-driven content, like stories about people, about culture, about tech, about innovation, about politics, about economy, about education, and also spiritual education. And these topics bring out the best in me and bring out my creativity and help me to do my best when it comes to editing. Thank you.
What is your expected salary range or contracts rates for this role?
Wow, this is a very tempting question. Well, for annually, I'm looking at 32,000 Canadian dollars to 65,000 Canadian dollars, basically. And for hourly, I'm looking at 35 Canadian dollars to 40 Canadian dollars. That is depending on the work, the nature of the work, and the timing, right? So that's it. Thank you.